All right, we're watching this happen live in Tel Aviv. That is Secretary of State Blinken, along with standing with Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, saying that he comes to him as the Secretary of State, the United States of America, but also as a Jew and as a father, and talked a little bit about how difficult it is to comprehend the savagery of the Hamas terrorists. He made the link between Hamas and ISIS when it comes to the depravity of what has happened, and also talked about the echoes of history for the Jewish people. But finally, he praised the unity government that Netanyahu is putting together, and U.S. support, he says, is there. More is on the way, and as the situation evolves, more support will come to Israel. The U.S. will be there. Ambassador Oren, you had said that President Biden's remarks yesterday were remarkable. What do you make of what just happened there?
Kind of speechless. I'm kind of speechless. You know, the diplomatic profession is a platitudinous profession. We're big on platitudes. And both these remarks by the Prime Minister and by Secretary of State Blinken were platitude-free. I don't recall a press conference like this. I don't recall many press conferences. I think this one will be immemorial, be remembered for a great many years on so many different levels. Okay, the personal touch, what Tony Blinken talked about. His stepfather, of course, was a great artist and a survivor of the Holocaust, and his grandfather, and his feeling as a father and as a Jew. I really don't recall anything like that. But again, there was content. And the reiteration of the commitment of the United States to actually use force at a time when really there's no bipartisan support for that in the United States. Very difficult, a heavy lift, as we say, a very heavy lift. A warning to Iran and to Hezbollah, not veiled. And then the caveat, which was spelled out more specifically by the Secretary of State than what was intimated by the president in his remarks, was, you know, we help us to help you by limiting as much as possible collateral damage on the Palestinian civilian side. And if that message wasn't internalized, you know, during the president's remark, it is really spelt out here and certainly noted. It was just a remarkable speech. And David, you know, you and I have been around a long time. These things. I don't know if you remember anything like that ever.
Yeah, David, let me ask you to respond. How unique was that speech, David Ignatius?
I agree with Ambassador Oren. It was very powerful. Secretary Blinken spoke with the very best and clearest American voice, the voice of moral clarity. When he spoke as a Jew, spoke as a father, spoke as a son, you could hear just the crystal clear values that he was expressing. And I would just note that the same tone for me was present in President Biden's remarks yesterday. It was the intense personal commitment to Israel, to what the struggle is about, to the suffering. And when President Biden or Secretary Blinken say, "We're with you," because they speak really from the heart, it carries great power.
David Ignatius, thank you. Former Israeli ambassador to the United States, Michael Oren, thank you as well. We appreciate your coming on. And Willie.
Thank you, gentlemen. Joining us.